Hey everyone, welcome back to the Ktor Server Fundamentals playlist. In the last video, we covered basic authentication in Ktor. In this video, we will dive into digest authentication in Ktor. So let's start by understanding what digest authentication is. As we discussed earlier, in basic authentication, the client sends the username and password in every request as a base64 encoded strings. So, if someone intercepts this request, they can easily decode the credentials and gain access. So, digest authentication improves security by using a challenge response mechanism. Instead of sending plain credentials, the server challenges the client, requiring it to hash the password before sending it back. The way digest authentication works is first the client make request to a protected route. In response, server sends a header with a realm and a random nonce. Then client hashes the username, password, realm and nonce using MD5 algorithm and make request again. And finally in response server verifies the hash, and if it matches, the user is authenticated. Then we will configure the digest authentication. We will also see how to hash user credentials using MD5 instead of storing in plain text format. For validation and storage, we will be using in-memory table. And finally, we will see full breakdown of authentication flow for digest authentication using Postman. Now, let's begin with configuration. So, if you are coming from the last video where we added this dependency for Ktor server app, we will simply need this one. No any other extra dependency for implementation of digest authentication. If you have already added this, then we don't need any other dependency. We can simply move to plugins package and let's create a new file named digest authentication. Now within this file, let's create an extension function configure digest authentication. Now within this extension function, we can simply call install function and pass authenticate since we want to install the authentication plugin. Now like basic authentication, we have a function for digest function as well. So we can say digest. We can pass the name similarly like in basic auth, like let's suppose digest auth. Now within this we need to pass something called realm. So for that we can create a const val. Let's name it realm and we can simply have the value as access protected routes and we can use this value over here. So a realm is a security domain used in authentication to group and protect resources. So it simply tells clients which protected area they are trying to access. After realm, we need to call this digest provider function. So this gives us access to username value and realm value from the request parameters. Now for this username, we need to return the byte array. So if you see the definition, we need to return this byte array. So for that, let's create a table. Let's say val user table. Now this table will be of type map of string to byte array. We can simply say map of and let's store some creds. Let's say we want to have user admin with password equals password. Similarly, a user with password equals 123. Like you see, over here we are having password as a plain text. But instead of plain text, it is recommended to use the hashed value of password. So for that, let's create a hashing function. Let's say get md5 digest. It takes value of type string and simply returns the byte array. And we can simply return message digest get instance of md5 we can simply call this digest with the input password. So we can say value, and since it takes byte array, so we can simply convert it to byte array. Now we can use this function over here. We can say get md5 digest, and here as well we can simply say get md5 digest. In digest authentication, the format for storing this password is we have something like username followed by realm, then we have the password that user has entered. We have username colon the realm value and the password. All this together is converted to this hash, then stored. Over here, we can simply say the username is admin, so it will be admin colon. We have a realm, so for realm we have realm and column followed by the password. So this is the password, this is a username, and all these three combined will create a hash that will be stored in the database. So similarly here as well, we can have user, then realm and colon password. Now we can simply say user table for this username. This will return the byte array for the username within this table. So if it's admin, it will return this value. If it's a user, it will return this value. Similar to basic authentication, we have validate function over here as well. Over here we get credentials and we can add a check. If credentials dot username is not blank, if username doesn't exist in table, then this will result in null value, and that will cause this username value to be blank. We can add a check. If it's not blank, we can simply return user ID principal with the value of credential.username, else we will simply say null. So now if this validate function over here, if we return some non-null value, then it will indicate that authentication is successful. Else it will indicate that authentication has failed and it will simply show the 401 status code. Now we can simply call this configure digest authentication function within the application module function. So we can simply copy this and add it over the routing, configure routing function. Also, let's comment this basic authentication. Within this routing file, we'll need to change the name of this auth. So we can say digest auth, since we have this name over here, like this one, digest auth. If we run our application, now let's try to make the request. As you can see, we get 401 unauthorized. And let's move to this authorization tab and let's select digest auth. For the first time, we make request without any value. So let's make the request. We get the 401, and within this header, we should get www authenticate. But as you can see, we are not getting that header value. When I debugged the issue, I came to know that this was caused due to this status pages plugin. If we have any handling for unauthorized, which in case we have, like we are showing this HTML, is dropping the header value, like www authenticate header value is being dropped. So for now, I have raised concern with the Ktor community. So let's see if I get any update. I will be adding that in the comment section. And for now, to resolve this issue, we can simply comment this unauthorized handling. Like for unauthorized status, we can remove the handling. That will solve the issue. So we can remove from here as well. We can simply rerun our application. Now if we make request again, you can see this header is now included. Now we can enter the username, enter for admin, and password is password. Now along with username and password, we need to enter the realm as well as the nonce value that we got from this header. Now if we make request, it is successful. Overall flow is, first we make the request without any parameters, then server will throw 401 unauthorized with the header www authenticate, then using the nonce and realm within the header we can make request. And note the algorithm here is MD5, make sure to have this one, and if we make request we get successful. Now following every request we can make use of this nonce until server again sends the www authenticate header. So if it sends the header, it should indicate that now we need to update this nonce value and make request again. So this is the overall flow. First we make request without any value. Once we make request, now let's suppose we want to validate user, password is 123, and we can use this realm, this is same, and finally we can copy this one as well, nonce value, and if we make request again, now user is also authenticated. So that is overall flow of digest authentication. Instead of this in-memory table, we can also use any SQL or NoSQL database. So that's it for this video. In the next video, we will be discussing about barrier authentication. Until then, thanks for watching and happy coding.